Okay, so we're gonna work a transition today, and it's off of a Seoi Nage. So standing Seoi Nage, classic approach, long sleeve, arm up the armpit, sit through, and we're gonna throw them. From there, it gets weird quick. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna think you're going totally backwards, what are you doing? But it actually works really well. It's a rolling transition into a bent arm lock. So from here, I've got my standard grip, move through to the throat, good form all the way through. Now, here's where stuff gets a little off the cuff, okay? We're gonna hook right through there. Now, I'm putting my foot down because I'm doing this slowly. When you do it, keep your foot up, because you're basically gonna roll over your shoulder. If you need to, kind of flex your foot against his back, okay? And keep this against your thigh or your hip, nice and tight, okay? Roll through. Okay, now we're rolling away from uke. And that's another weird thing about it. You go from the foot that's closest to his head inside, and then you roll away from uke. But that's to get the torque to make him come up and over, face down. So he goes from flat on his back to face down on the mat, and that's what you need. You need to roll away from him to get that torque to get him to flip over. Okay? So again, set up.
Almost like whipping into a soto.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a leap, a little bit of a jump, a good transition, okay? So one more time. You can notice there's no thump when I hit, and that's because, again, I'm doing a shoulder roll away from him. So if you can hook your leg like this and roll over your shoulder, it's basically what you're doing with him, except his arm is attached to you while you're doing it. Now, finish-wise with the wrist, okay, so I notice I'm keeping a hold of his sleeve. Okay, so with almost all the transitions from throwing to ground to submission, you need to keep a good control of it. With this one, I need his wrist right here in my hip, so I gotta keep a good grip on his sleeve, okay? Again, like I said, don't put your foot down, put your foot against his back, or if you have to, point your toe that way, okay? Pull his arm against your hip. Don't leave it out there like that, okay? Pull it in against the hip, okay? Roll through. And as soon as we sit up, I'm gonna let go and I'm gonna grab under his armpit, lapel, so that he can't roll away, and I'm gonna kick back. I'm pinching his wrist in between my thigh, hip, and chest. I'm gonna use that back leg, pull from here, and go diagonal.